So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Less than a minute to go here in the scoreless first quarter to this point. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra injury.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. He's got him in. Complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. He'll drop to throw. This one taken in by Olave. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
The 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes all... And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting there. I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken 40. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive.
He's got him in. Complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Chark, 39 yards.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they've gotten 2 for 2.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who have had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Sharp pulls it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll set up a throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DJ Chark with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the
Steelers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. That one looks like he'll throw here. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Watson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking deep downfield. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace-spoon goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style, on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flow that stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated.